I'm David, and this is David Talks.
I'm Deanna, and I'm on David Talks.
And I'm Dominique, and I'm on David Talks.
And I'm David, and I'm on David Talks.
All right, let's get right into it. Diaper awards. My diaper award goes to the school bus driver. Every morning around the same time, he gets there too early, and he waits there for about 15 minutes. And then the lady that comes out with her daughter, between them two, I don't know who's worse. If you know every morning, you should at least come outside and be there, so when the bus driver gets there, you don't have to hold traffic up. And not only that, but then the other bus comes and cuts off traffic, so nobody else can pass on the other side.
Yes.
So I'm gonna give that bus driver nice, because those are our children, and I'm gonna say 4 diapers and a half. People gotta go to work. Don't you understand that? Okay, what you got?
So, my diaper award goes to these scammers, okay? On Instagram, I had this Illuminati scammer trying to get me to send him money through Western Union. So for all the scammers on Instagram and social media, you guys get 5 diapers, okay?
I'm gonna add some diapers. Yeah, you definitely get 5 diapers, and I'm tired of you, and I don't respect that.
How did he try to scam you?
He tried to say, do you want to join the Illuminati?
Oh,
Through Instagram.
wow.
I was like, they're like, oh, you guys, yeah, trying to get me to. I screenshot that before I reported his. I'm not gonna.
I'd be like, yes, if you send me money first. I'd be
Can we
like,
expand the diapers? What about like the people all over social media that try to put you on their pyramid schemes?
Oh,
That go.
I don't know.
I'm going with it, man. Diaper awards. I got my own diaper awards, but
I already know.
I need a diaper. You get a diaper for trying to make me sell your oxygen, and that's it.
okay, your soap, your detergent.
No, it's the air we breathe. They be like, yo, you need air? You can sign up with our shit, man. Just join us.
Air with
And you can
flavor.
sell the air for us. Air with flavor, exactly.
Air with some mango flavor in it.
But nah, my diaper
Sounds nice.
award. That's the vape. That's the e-pen. My
Hey, Matzo. Hey.
my diaper award goes to Donald Trump. We just spoke on some Donald Trump last week, but now, unfortunately for him and his campaign, he did things to try to sabotage Joe Biden's campaign. And so now they're in processes of impeaching him more further than they ever have.
serious?
Yeah.
Finally.
So we don't know if he's gonna get impeached or not. I don't know who supports Donald Trump or whatever. Sadly.
Hey, I know some people that voted for him. I don't say who they are.
Plenty of people that sit next to you
I'm gonna
every day that voted for Donald Trump, and their excuse, or not excuse. I'm not saying that you're a bad person for voting for Donald Trump. I'm saying it was a poor choice, but their reasoning behind it is business and stuff like that. But
Right,
to
right.
each his own. But Donald Trump himself gets the Diaper Award for sabotaging his own campaign in attempts to mess up Joe Biden's.
Wow.
That's that karma.
Wow.
I don't know if anybody can type that he gets 5 diapers, though.
Well, I don't know.
He's a little worse than the people I talked about the last episode that was trying to support his cause or whatever. You got any diaper awards this week?
I would say the people that rush to get on the train, pushing, don't even say excuse me.
Wow.
Savages.
Yeah. Knocked over puppies and everything. Okay.
Oh my God.
Bad communities.
Yeah.
Those are the worst. You know what I find the worst congestion, the worst traffic, is on 14th Street on the L train. And then you gotta go all the way to the end because they make when you exit off the train, it's always at either one end or the other end. So everybody's all the way at the end. You can't get on the train. But I got a little trick. I'm not even gonna tell y'all what I do. I got a trick to get on that train.
Yeah, you gotta jump on the outside of it.
No. But I know how to get to where I need to get to.
Coughing?
And this is, you guys got me laughing. That was hilarious. That's a great matter of fact. They get a lot of diapers. They get diapers around their neck when they get on the train.
Oh, Oh,
Damn.
Yeah, some smelly
Like a
diapers.
mask. They get the mask.
Oh
the diaper
God,
mask.
they get the diaper mask and they got to jog with it.
How many diapers you gonna give them?
What's some of those 5?
Yeah.
5.
Oh yeah, 5. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 diapers.
Definitely get 5.
Donald Trump, the diaper people give you the diaper awards. All the what's it? Train commuters, they're the diaper people today. And
Scammers.
the scammers, they're the diaper people, and
And who did I get?
The bus
that
drivers.
bus driver. Like, you know what? And listen. I just need to expand on this a little bit. The second bus that came, the lady came off the bus and she was looking for the kid. The kid was never there, and you was just holding up traffic for the whole time.
that reminds
For the whole
me.
time.
that's crazy. Listen, I want to get into another topic, man. We're gonna get to the next topic.
Yes.
Yeah, I already called this topic way too hot, but I'm gonna jump into this thing.
Oh, what? We talking?
We're talking about tekashi 6ix9ine. Y'all really talk about this? It's crazy, man. He's hitting everything. He's hitting all the headlines and stuff.
Well, let me just say this. Let me just say this. I appreciate the fact that the media is even paying attention to rappers. I remember a time when, and I recall many people say that rap is a phase. Rap won't last. It's gonna come and it's gonna go.
There's this guy that actually, not to cut you off, but there's a guy that's going around saying that rap isn't music, it's more rhythmic sound.
Sounds like music to me.
So he's saying that there's no melody involved.
Oh wow.
That's kind of a growing sentiment. What do you think about that? Not to get off away from the 6ix9ine.
Well, I think that first off, I respect your opinion, even though first off, it might be right. It might be both, honestly. But clearly, just so we're clear, is certainly music and it's certainly rhythms involved. You know, and let me just say this: all these rhythms in itself originate. The origin is from Africa, from the drums. And when you hear music, and you know, you don't even need to actually hear the words or understand the language. When you hear good music,
Keep bopping, you know?
like, it don't even matter. I know. I listen to a lot of salsa. I love salsa. I love merengue. I love bachata. And I don't speak Spanish. And I said this before. You know, salsa comes from Cuba, and Cuba it travels from Africa, from Angola. So if you do your history, you'll realize. And rap is a part of that. By the way, rap is music. Rap music. And it definitely has a rhythm.
Yeah.
Would you consider rap music? Or
Yes. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'm just gonna be dancing, you know. You bopping it. It comes natural. It's rhythmic. It's music.
Right. What about you?
Yeah, I
Consider
think so,
music?
definitely. Yeah.
Right. I think they kind of exclude a lot of the rappers that bring the melodies in with it, if that's their argument. Like maybe even like Travis Scott or even Kanye West and Drake's. They bring more of that melodic, thing into rap. So it's like if you want to argue that certain rap is just poetry or spoken word, what about the more melodic artists like that sing on their tracks? Even 50 Cent or any
Taylor Swift
be rapping. So I don't know. Is that not music? I don't know.
I gotta hear her new
Depends on
album.
what
I
it
gotta
is.
hear it.
I know. I love her new album. It's
Right.
called Lover,
Right.
and I just love it. I love the whole album.
The album made history. It sold out. I forgot
Really?
the numbers. Yeah.
Oh, I
It
gotta
sold
hear
out. I
this,
think it's
yeah.
the most sold out album ever in history.
But see, and I go to your point.
Yes.
It's funny how rap music is now the music to chart, to beat. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So now they're saying, okay, now she just beat records that rap has just set. So it's kind of like it's an interesting thing where they went from saying that rap wasn't gonna survive. So now it's like, okay, this is the chart. You got the top, Taylor Swift, and now with her new album, which I hear is great. I haven't heard it, but now those are the things in competition. Drake versus Taylor Swift numbers, right?
Oh,
Interesting.
And back to Tekashi numbers.
Oh yeah. it's
Interesting. I mean, my thing is, some people may say whatever. When we talk about they want to compare any type of music to rap, and you know what? I'm not going to necessarily say whether it's a racial thing. I think that anything that causes or brings attention to it
Tekashi went the wrong route with the whole gangster persona and acting rowdy and certain things and moves that he made. Do you think he made the wrong move by portraying that lifestyle and bringing that kind of attention to himself? And then it turns out that he wasn't really about that life. He was just trying to bring attention to himself.
Well, I mean, you know, I don't per se necessarily know him. I've met him quite a few times. You know, and his I would say his energy towards me was very respectful.
Right.
And I can't say whether he's about the life or not. According to some of the things he said, allegedly in regards to kidnapping and extortion and of that nature, I think that changed the whole situation. And I also feel like NWA, which thank God for them, because I feel that they saved rap music. Rap music was really dead for a long time, and it was a gangster rap. We got Drake out of it, Dr. Dre, we got Snoop out of that, on and on. And they
Legacies and legends.
yeah, they made it. I don't particularly. I'm not one-sided. I like to think about situations from different points of view.
Right.
I think it's easy to just make jokes and memes about people, but until you're in a situation, not to mention, and I say all that to say this: it's a style. It's what's in at the time, and so I don't really take it as serious as some people might.
Right. I mean, that's a lot of people. What do you think?
Listen, his whole career is over. His whole life, honestly, is over. It really is. Like, there's no saving it. It's just over.
I think he put his children at risk
Right.
too. Like this whole family, like they're in danger right now.
You think?
People trying to find him.
Yeah. So, like, instead of finding him, they'll try to get to his family.
Yeah.
So is it worth it? Like, do you think it's worth it? Like him getting all that attention for the money
Clout.
and the clout, putting his family at risk? You would say no, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
All the young kids,
I mean, I hear the argument of it's a style of entertainment, and most people would say like 90% of rappers aren't gangster or have lived that life. But outside of rap, he was on that, gangster stuff, calling people out and going to different hoods and even going to Chicago for a couple seconds. So it's like when you do things like that and you kind of like step on the toes and test the waters of people that actually live that life, can you get mad at people for dismissing him and saying you're done, like we don't respect you no more? Because it's sort of different than what someone would consider a fake gangster in rap.
well, those are great questions. Those are great points that you're making. I would like to say that trolling is a big thing on the internet, and a lot of that is trolling. It's like people find that entertaining. I'm certainly not speaking for or against, but these are the trending things now. So making fun of, poking at, it's a conversation. It brings a lot of attention, and I've always heard, good or bad, any kind of press is good press. So I feel like he made himself relevant. He sacrificed, did whatever he had to take to do to be as successful as he is.
No, I was gonna say, do you consider him a snitch though?
fine. I think he's gonna make
Come out with a song like I stitched on everybody.
If he could have a song like that, he could.
Hey, and it's gonna sell. That's the funny thing. See,
That would be funny.
listen. I think that if this was 25 years ago, yeah, it's real. But now we have die-hard fans. They don't care about none of that mess. They love 6ix9ine, and they're gonna support him if he decides to make music, or if he's in a position to do so. I don't know the situation.
So do you think? All right, so let's bring it to gatekeepers of rap. Do you think that's a real thing?
What do you mean?
Like certain people that hold the key to letting certain artists drive in rap, or you think those days are over? Like anyone could be a rapper.
Those days are completely over.
Right. So, what about gangster rap? Because I know that trap rap and certain things like that are all different categories. Do you think it's like a gate, like someone saying, "Nah, you can't do this"? Do you think that's just out the
Well, that's a good question. Again, gangster rap is depending on which gangster rap you're referring to. If you're
Right.
talking about back in the day, maybe a couple of years ago, gangster rap, no, it wouldn't have worked out.
Because I remember you mentioned NWA said fuck the police and all that, and that was a big part of the resurgence of rap, because rap
Yes.
for a while was, but it kind of reminds me of the tekashi 6ix9ine coming back and putting New York, besides Nicki Minaj, but putting New York
And
back
Cardi.
and Cardi, and which a lot of people don't consider them as New York artists for whatever reason.
I don't know why, because they are.
But people said that New York rap was back specifically because of tekashi 6ix9ine being on top,
Hey,
and him being the king of New York.
No.
Do you think the sound would be different in hip hop if tekashi 6ix9ine didn't come back? Or do you think it would have been like more like still the same like down south trap, more the Migos sound?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I only know a couple of his songs. Was it Fifi?
Yeah.
And yeah, I only know a couple of his songs, and they were
Umo.
okay. You know, he's definitely not no king of New York. Sorry, but you don't earn that title.
well, I mean, that's the thing. This is what I love about like social media, internet. We can get on here and we decide. No one's deciding for us, and that's why I say to you, it's up to the individual.
Right.
You know, you go on iTunes or any Spotify, etc., YouTube, and you can release your own music. If you develop fans, you're gonna develop fans. People buy your music directly from you. So you don't. No one's like, oh, hold that, leave him. You know, blacklist him or her or whoever.
So you don't. What about industry plants? Like basically someone that, say Apple Music says, we want this artist to shoot to the top of the charts. We're gonna give him a song with Taylor Swift. She's #1 right now. Do you think that industry plants exist? Do you think that's possible now?
Well, industry or money?
Because money will back up promotion and stuff like that. But what you're saying is people could champion your song. You could actually do it yourself. But do you think that you think that's out the door already, even though that it has been open for a little short period of time? Because I tell you what, I think if a new artist comes and Apple Music or Spotify, whomever supports them, says, hey, we have another artist on the same label, we want them to do a song together and get this new artist up. Or the Baby, he just did a bunch of remixes, you hear him everywhere now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a plant, but if he was a plant, he'd be the smartest one because he has a new song every week. He's on featured on every type of music, like pop or dance or trap or New York rap. So it's like, do you think the individual artist that's coming up by themselves has the same chance to be, same flow, same style I do agree with what you're saying. And eventually, a song might actually catch on to that point of start, and artist be a star. But I do think the industry, like Spotify or Apple Music, has a title holds a lot of that power.
I think also maybe they have like an ear because the baby, he is good though. Like I like his music, so I think they do have people like listening and whatever sparks.
Right, like A&Rs and.
I mean, listen. I definitely agree with you. You definitely make a good point. It, baby or whomever, it doesn't even matter if they do not like. And well, again, you said it. If they make a hit, that's it. If they make a hit and people buy, Spotify, Apple is only smart as business people to say, let's get this guy,
Right.
because he's gonna make us money.
Yeah.
Let's getting back at this guy, support him, and make it a little bit easier, and that's gonna equal more dollars and cents for us.
More streaming.
All right. So have we got to the point where someone could say, let's get this guy on that song, like the baby or little baby? Let's get him on a song with Tekashi when he gets released from prison. Do you think they're willing to make that gamble?
Listen, when you get a certain no. Okay, no. Let me hear from you. I'm sorry.
I just want to know, what is he gonna rap about now? Like, he kind of discredited his own self. Like, what is he gonna rap about now?
Well, the B, objective to that, he did start to switch his style up a little bit with the, he started singing a little bit. Even on Fifi, he's like changing his rap topics. He's kind of singing certain songs, a little bit more melodic. Maybe he's like, I already foresee this coming. Start making that change. And see, I mean, I don't know.
It's possible.
Me personally, I actually like his singing songs better than his rap
I do
songs.
too.
I gotta hear him.
Yeah,
I do too, and I would say he's a smart individual. He you don't just do these things. Is our points of views differ. Like some people say, oh yeah, he just fell and become successful, and no, that just doesn't work like that. He's focused. He decided. He strategized, and it wasn't by chance. He knew what he wanted, and he went after it. He decided to market the way he decided to market. There was other people signed at the same time. It doesn't matter who they are, and they just didn't get the same, I would say, attention as he did.
So can anybody make it? Like, what was the show that you were telling me?
Rhythm and Flow.
Rhythm and Flow?
Oh yeah.
And who's the star in it?
Well,
Cardi B?
they're gonna be the judges. Cardi,
T.I.
Chance the Rapper.
Right. So do you think they could push someone forward and try to make him a star?
I think T.I.
T.I.?
has experience. Cardi B, yeah, she has the entertainment experience.
She's a whole mood. I love Cardi.
Yeah.
She creates that energy, right?
Yeah.
So I guess, what do you think? You think that they could push somebody to the forefront of like music or entertainment?
I mean, this is what I feel. I respect all these artists, by the way, that you've mentioned, every single one of them. And they had to do what it took to get to the level where they're at now, to become judges, etc.
Right.
And just anybody could do it. And we just need to believe in ourselves, more importantly, and not necessarily look for others to get us to the next level in life. That's what I truly feel. And I feel that even in Cardi B's, whoever's judging, is in their best interest to do whatever. Whether they have people on that's good or bad, it's gonna make more dollars and cents to them because they're on the show.
Right.
Bottom line. So it's all about that. It's not necessarily about anything else, and it's up to that individual whether they're on a show or not. You got to keep moving no matter what. Don't stop. It's just all a part of entertainment, and I feel that as long as, no matter who you are, where you come from, if you're entertaining, that's all it takes.
I'm not saying that they're not good artists. I'm just saying, like iTunes, if they put them on a top 100 chart or not even, just like certain playlists, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're going to get more exposure. It doesn't mean that they're not a good artist,
Right.
But I think it does help a lot with their career, most definitely.
And I think radio also moved to iTunes. Like I see there's like a certain playlist that they update every week.
Right.
And there's certain songs that I wonder why, because it's like supposed to be the most popular.
Yeah.
Certain songs I wonder, I'm like, I know it's not that popular,
Yeah.
but they have somebody behind it.
Right.
This playlist.
Like relationship
Yes, radio's absolutely going to survive because as soon as you turn your car on, your radio pops on, and as long as you have radio personalities, disc jockeys that are entertaining and can grab people's attention. Right. Absolutely.
Well, speaking of that, somebody just called out Funkmaster Flex.
Yeah.
Tekashi 6ix9ine's DJ, I forgot his name. He just called out Funkmaster Flex at High 97, saying that they don't give other DJs a chance to get bigger because they always keep the certain DJs on all the time. Like before Funkmaster Flex, it was just DJ Red Alert. Before him, you can't even think about who it was. So it's like, do you think radio's like a certain conglomerate of I'm only gonna let these people rock, or do you think they should change their way like music has changed in every other place?
Maybe have like different, like a panel.
Yeah.
Like so to be fair.
Well. Here we go. I feel again. I love these topics, by the way. I appreciate them more than you know. I feel that make your own radio station. Stop crying. Right? Wipe those tears. Right? We don't live in a time where we need to wait for anybody anymore. Okay? But I think that it's interesting how people, play the blame game, and I feel that if this whomever this is really intelligent, they're only doing it to get attention, and that's cool. Outside of that, you can play wherever you want. There's DJs that, in fact, first off, Funkmaster Flex is a cool guy. He did whatever it took to stay as relevant as he is to this day. A lot of DJs cannot say that. In fact, the only other DJs that can say it is actually unknown, and they're international, and they get paid $500,000 just to fly over for one day because there's different types of music that people listen to.
Right.
So it's completely up to you. That's how I feel about it.
So you think that's gonna follow into entertainment more like TV? How TV is? There's only a certain set of stars that can make it to movies. Because that is a trend that they say only a specific percent of TV stars can jump from TV to movies.
Yeah.
And do you think it's like that with radio and like internet? Do you think like everything should? I feel like it's more controlled now. Who's becoming a bigger star in all entertainment?
Well, again, whatever Funkmaster Flex is on, whatever station, High 97, he's a name that people refer to. He makes himself relevant, and is in their best interest to give him as much support as they can for them to stay as relevant, being on radio. So it's bigger than Funkmaster Flex. There's other people that are I would say are being compensated for him, off him. They're making money because of him.
So you gotta jump at the thing about making your own radio station.
Yeah, it's called Station Head, where you can be your own DJ. Like there's different DJs. I think it's like an app, but it's pretty cool. So it is like
It's kind of like the back door.
Yeah.
Right? That's dope. I didn't know about that.
Yes, so shout out to Station Head.
Yeah, that's fire.
Nice. And congratulations to Station Head. They're gonna make a lot of money off of whomever decides that they want to stay relevant.
That's dope. I sit up here and make playlists all the time.
I know you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
So
Seriously.
I'm about to put the playlist up on the description and stuff. Remember Apple. But go ahead.
No. I want you to finish your thought. I want to talk about the top four, and I'm gonna get away from the Mount Rushmore for my own reasons. I'm gonna just say top four, whomever, whether they're artists, whether they're anywhere from painting to actors or whomever. My top four best rappers ever. I'm gonna have to start it with Rakim. I'm gonna say Big Daddy Kane. I'm gonna say KRS-One, and then I'm gonna say Jay-Z. Those are my top four rappers of all time.
Top four rappers. That's
Can we just say
top four favorite rappers?
yeah, favorite or favorite artist.
Well, yeah, favorite said favorite. Now I'm gonna say rappers, and she's gonna say favorite rappers, which is different.
Well,
Artists.
I just want to say artists.
Okay.
Because I sometimes I just go through like different
Yeah.
phases that I listen to.
I mean, true, because everybody doesn't know this, but I love 50 Cent's music. 50 Cent was doing his thing. It was just fun music. I miss that. I definitely, miss, I would say artists. Okay, we can say artists that make music fun, and he made things fun.
Yeah.
So, even though I didn't say my best rapper or whatever, he's probably my favorite rapper, as you were saying. So who's your favorite, you think?
I think right now what I listen to, I would say, Taylor Swift. Her album. I mean, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't really like her before. Like, wasn't really into her music before. But this last album, I'm really like.
Okay.
I really like it. What else I listen to?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna listen to the album because of what you said. I definitely respect that. Take some time out.
And I think it's also like different phases of your life and like what you're going through in different moments. It's like what you could connect to. What did I listen to? The Baby, Megan Thee Stallion, yeah. Who's your last one?
I like Megan Thee Stallion, by the way.
Cardi B.
And Cardi B.
So it's tough. Okay.
Tough. It's certainly tough.
Drake.
Yeah, Drake
Okay.
too.
Drake he's on top. Okay. Jay-Z, J. Cole, and I'm gonna throw Nicki in there because I love her flow.
Yeah.
I know how I feel about Nicki. Gotta
Yeah, I
say
like
that.
Nicki.
I know.
If we stand on the rapping, of all time, my favorite
And Drake actually.
rappers gotta be DMX, Drake, Jay-Z, and the last one's a hard one, man. Favorite of all time, I know he hasn't done nothing, but for a while I used to really love Eminem as far as a rapper. As far as favorite, of all time. But if you want to talk about artists, my list, that'd be complicated.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Yeah, it's a little different.
That's like, I will, but definitely DMX is my favorite rapper of all time. So that's the top. That's my
DMX.
my top. Yeah, he
Ride or die.
definitely underrated.
That energy's insane.
It's between Eminem and Lloyd Banks, to be honest. But
Thanks.
that's a tough one. It's a tough one right there. I was kind of wrestling between that.
Yeah, the list goes on and on. We could definitely have a whole topic. We could have a whole hour just talking about Slick Rick and,
It's different eras. Different eras bring.
Yeah.
And then also you said different stages of your life.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't want to hear Eminem at all. I don't want to hear about chopsticks going through people and shit. I'm good. I want to hear about emotions, like what Drake brings to the table. I want to hear more about hardships and addiction, like DMX and stuff like that. But I don't know. I guess the lines get really, really, really blurred when you get into that.
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Drake, please keep making music.
Yes.
Oh my God. Seriously.
By the way,
though.
Nicki Minaj might be out of retirement. I only called
Yeah.
it.
She
I
ain't
heard about that.
retiring.
Nicki
They all
Minaj,
say.
you can't just.
She has a new song out right now.
Got a
Two
lot of
songs.
fans
Really?
that you were disappointed if you
Forgot the names.
decide.
They're
I'm looking.
they're on the
I'm
Spotify playlist, the new Friday music. But yeah, it's actually, her flow is crazy. It's a new flow. I could see she probably heard the song. It's with P&B Rock. She probably heard it like, oh, I can't not get on this song. As a rapper and an artist at heart, it's like you can't just quit. So that's why I call into question Joe Budden saying that he retired, even though he has stuck to his guns for a while now. But as an artist, I know it must kill him every time he hears something he likes. But I mean, I guess that's how you feel on
That's true.
music as a whole.
And Lil Wayne too. How many times has he retired?
Wayne's gonna be forever rapping.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And he always comes out with songs here and there.
And his flow is so timeless. It's just, he could jump in at any era ever to me. But
What about Jay-Z?
Well, Jay-Z.
But he's the chameleon. He changes with the time.
Jay-Z is smart. I mean, Jay-Z is arguably, I would say, best rapper of all time.
I say he is the most successful rapper.
Besides, I don't know, Drake though. I don't know.
I do like his last album the most out of all his albums,
444
besides Blueprint. Yeah,
Yeah.
Blueprint's his best album, his best body of work to me. But his last album, 444, is it's way more personal. It's way more involved. It's a lot, and even if you haven't lived that kind of lifestyle of a married man, you kind of see it, the intricacies of that. You're like, wow, this is real emotion. This is raw emotion. He's putting it right on pen and paper for us to see. So I mean,
Yeah. And
he's definitely the most successful rapper.
I have to say a couple things with Jay-Z. I love the 444 album because, you know, it's like he's empowering black people. He's trying to educate us. You know, there's just so much of that album. But I'm gonna say this also: he needs to hop on social media. Like, you need social media nowadays just to stay more relevant.
Do you think that him still being as big as he is, that he still needs social media, or
He
do
would
you
be
think?
so much bigger with social
Right.
media. The younger generations, like, that's what matters. I'm sorry to say, but
Right.
we know him. But the younger people, they need to know him too.
Do you think he's gonna be like the one to say, "I survived social media" once it's not as prevalent as it is, or because we had that discussion? Do we even think social media is gonna still be social
With
media?
us, with our generation, but like I
Right.
said, the newer generations, they need to know him too.
Do you think the newer generations are gonna be like using social media like us, or even more?
I think even more now. I see the younger generation already starting like a lot, but I think now it's gonna be more limited now.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna move towards one thing. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I
Right.
feel like that. There's like stories, everything, Snapchat, Instagram.
So it's starting to
Facebook.
look the same, right?
Yeah, it's gonna start getting a little boring,
Right.
and I think it's just gonna be like more popular.
I agree, and it's funny that you say that because Disney
Yes.
I heard they were in talks of buying Twitter, but then they backed out. They weren't interested.
Interesting.
So it's like, wow, do they see something about Twitter that we don't see? What information? So maybe you're right. Like everyone's starting to look the same. You know,
Yeah.
more and more people are conversion. You know, they're leaving Snapchat alone now. I
Yeah.
think. And then more like, okay, we're gonna stick to Instagram and what is it, Twitter?
Well, let me, if you allow me, I would say in regards to Jay-Z, I feel that he has he's very calculated. He thinks things through. He's highly intelligent because, like you said, he's still relevant without it,
He is.
which says a lot about just his mind.
There's only a few in the world.
It says a lot how intelligent he is, and now he's on social media for, in my opinion, and let me just also add, for people that are very quick to judge, which is cool, he's on social media for all the right reasons. My
You said he's
strong,
on?
yeah, he's on, but he's on to help. Like he's talking with owners from the NFL now.
Wait, which social media though? 'Cause I mean, he doesn't have
Maybe they're covering him.
They're covering
Oh,
him. Not necessarily any particular
Like
brand.
negative way.
Like he's making himself up in public.
Right.
In that aspect, he doesn't really talk much, and he's not necessarily just, oh hey, let's have a press conference, let's just talk. He's talking about things that are important, about making change in people's lives, whether you know it or not. He's getting the NFL to give, and it's not a lot of money. A few $1 million is nothing, but it's a start, and he's putting that money in neighborhoods all over the country to be able to help kids with basic things.
See,
Jay-Z real quick.
yeah,
You have to say
it's funny
Jay-Z.
that here's Jay-Z's song. Me personally, I think he's the most successful. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. I don't agree with a lot of things he's doing with the NFL. I kind of am sticking with where he was before, but maybe that's just where I am in life. The standpoints he made about the NFL before make a lot more sense than what I see now.
Can you
But
tell me more about that?
for all I know, he's doing something that we're not even aware of. But before he was taking a stance behind Colin Kaepernick, and he was saying that he wants to bring more awareness to black people getting shot by the police. Let's put it.
Okay.
That's what it is. I don't even want to like mitigate that. I want everyone to understand exactly what it is. But he's saying now he's gonna get involved with business with NFL because now everyone's aware of it. We all heard about it, and now his standpoint is, now what are we gonna do about it? Now, immediately I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But upon like really thinking about it, I'm like, I don't know if that makes any sense to me. And you're kind of saying that you wanted more people to be aware of it, and I'm sure there are many people unaware of black people getting shot by police. But I still believe on a standpoint of, if the NFL doesn't say what the police are doing is wrong, then you shouldn't have business with them. But it kind of like takes away from that big standpoint that you had with Colin Kaepernick. But that's just me. My opinion is my opinion. He probably sees a vision that is,
Well, I think that's great, and I definitely appreciate. And by the way, I don't know if it's always a situation where it's, as people say, black and white, yes or no, right or wrong. I believe a lot of people are right. I think that the way they see things is just, they have to see it to necessarily, I guess, believe it. Right? You got to see it. So, maybe if the NFL went on did a press conference and the police brutality is a real thing, and we wanted to stop, and they made it all about that, and they put a lot of attention to it. Yes.
yeah, and I'm not gonna say I just want it to be clear, like you said, just very clear, cut and dry. So to say cut and dry, no gray area, get their point across that police brutality, police shooting unarmed black men is wrong, and it is happening.
Yes.
It is happening, and the excuse that is made behind it, or the reasoning behind it, shouldn't be mentioned, because that it shouldn't matter. I don't see any good reasoning besides if an officer's life is in danger or someone else's life is in immediate danger, that they still another life should be taken away. But that's me. That's my standpoint. That's what I believe. And yeah.
But do you think that what Jay-Z is doing is trying to be that person on the inside, for all of us, who's representing all of us? He wants to kind of make sure that they're doing things the way maybe it should be done.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's doing. I think he's the the middleman of, like, he's speaking for us, and he's the middleman. But on a lot of standpoints that he made, I don't agree with. Like, he made a whole thing about why black people or Hispanic people or people of color have attitudes with police officers. And his point was, and I'm just paraphrasing, that we have missing fathers in our homes, and so we have problems with authority, and so when we're approached certain ways with disrespect or even minimal respect, we respond with disrespect. And that makes sense to a certain standpoint, but it's still not an excuse for why we get shot.
Yeah, killed.
And killed. So I think that, furthermore, there are other races out there that don't look like us that get away with a lot more. So it's not that doesn't explain a lot of reasoning behind the tension, but it just takes away and gives another reason for people to say, oh, well, this is why police brutality happens. Kind of makes it seem like it's okay, and it's really not. But,
Well, I would say I appreciate. Again, I would say Jay-Z is highly intelligent. I believe they went to Jay-Z. It's clear that they want to go to the most successful, relevant artist, which is Jay-Z, in regards to rap music. Assuming that he speaks for the people, what have you. They decided who they want to be the leader of a people. What I love is, again, I love social media for many reasons. One of the main reasons is we do have freedom of speech to be able to say whatever we want. Again, just because, you know, if I disagree with you, it's no big deal. We just disagree. It doesn't, again, and it doesn't mean war. Vice versa. If you guys disagree with me, I think it's a great thing. And,
Right.
and this is how we learn. You know, and again, I would just say that if we had all the answers, this would be a very, very boring life.
It's true.
I mean, we'll just be like, oh yeah, do that. I mean, we have feelings, we have, you know, emotions, our thoughts, we evolve. I think that's really important. I appreciate that Jay-Z decided to say, okay, fine, I'll sit down with you, I'll talk. I'll help you as long as you help people. I feel that the NFL makes a great amount of money. I think they should give billions of dollars, by the way. I think that, okay, yeah, not overnight. I know a lot of people are like, what? Is he crazy? People just gonna give their money away? No, but give back. You know, we've given back. We've all here worked for nonprofits. We all work for, like, you work for like shelters, right? When you go on the street and you talk to people.
Outreach. Well, it was for I worked for 2 nonprofits. The first one, it was helping pregnant women in Harlem.
Right.
So like they wanted to stop the infant mortality. So like, yeah, I was just going out, reaching out to the community. And the second one, just helping like with drug rehab and
Right.
yeah.
So
Even a regular job, you're paying taxes.
Taxes, yeah.
there you
That
go.
alone is, that's giving back. Right?
That's true.
So yeah, all these big corporations get tax breaks and stuff like that, and I guess it's in order to keep the economy going. But I don't know, man. I just still see.
I feel like
it's
if
a whole other conversation.
it is,
So,
and you know, we probably want to move away from this. And the reason why I say that is because the majority of the successful athletes are black. Bottom line, right? They make y'all money, right? Yeah, you put a couple million in their pocket. You know, and we talked about. I believe that there should be people to be able to help them manage their money, so they're not spending $200,000 on just keeping their house warm in the winter. And then when they stop playing, they can't afford that lifestyle.
well, that's what Rock Nation is doing. I think that goes back to Jay-Z and what his movement is. They're trying to help players manage their money and manage their expenses and stuff like that. So I mean, it does play full circle, and I do understand it. I just wish there was more clarity on the stance. But I mean, like you said, you can't have the answers to everything. Everything's
Right.
not going to be perfect, and sometimes you got to make certain sacrifices to get certain other things accomplished. I mean, that's what I have to say on it.
Moving in a little bit different direction on the same note, however, the 2011, I believe it was, somebody's going to do the research on this, and you're cute for this. Tokyo, Japan was the #1 richest city in the world, and now New York. It was New York, Manhattan. Just Manhattan was #2. That has shifted. So now Manhattan has almost 1 million persons, 1 million person millionaires in Manhattan. All right. Hong Kong has moved up a lot. They're #2. Now Japan is #3. So, I'm gonna say this: we live in a world where now we have a lot of options to make money. I'm just gonna say to people: believe in yourself, believe in yourself, believe in yourself. Just do it. And if you fail, listen. Just don't be hard on yourself. Maybe you decide that's not going to be the thing for you for whatever reason. People go through a lot of different things in their life. There's a lot of things going on up here in the brain, right? But I believe anybody could literally do anything that they put their minds to. You just got to believe that you can do it.
Yes.
What do you guys feel about that?
Definitely true.
Took all the words out with the air,
Yeah.
man. I mean, you want to do the let it go, let it go segment?
Oh yeah.
What you got there?
So what's that about?
I definitely.
So like, it's like this, all right? For those who didn't understand it the last time, it's basically if, let's say Subway's the sandwich people, say, we're going to come out with french fries, guys. And we're like,
okay.
nah, let it go. But if you want the french fries from Subway's, you're like, let's go. Let's get it. Let's get with it. You have any ones for us right now?
Yeah. So the last Airbender.
What's that?
I know.
Oh, you about to talk about, it's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon.
One of the greatest cartoons, by the way.
And you know, I love animation. I'm always gonna love animation. That's my thing. I love that more than any TV show, anything. Right? Except for this particular show that you're watching right now. The last Airbender, they used to call them the Avatar. The movie came out, the Avatar, so now they can't even call it the Avatar. They call it the Airbender. Some people that know, some people know exactly what I'm talking about. By the way, and I talked about the Avatar movie coming out, which, oh my gosh, I am so excited.
I'm not so excited about that.
And I met one of the actors in LA and everything. I talked about that. And he can't talk about it. He doesn't know. You don't know about it, bro. Right. But anyway, the last Airbender. You guys, I have a feeling you're gonna ruin this for me.
You didn't hear about it yet?
No.
You're gonna ruin this for me. You're gonna ruin the memory, and once you don't like something, you just in your mind you just block it all out. I don't think anybody else. You don't normally go, okay, well, I love this. This is my favorite, and then but I just don't like one of the things that they did in it. No, you're gonna say, I'm done. It's over. I don't want nothing to do with it anymore.
Right.
The last Airbender movie that's coming out.
They're coming out with, Netflix is coming out with a reboot of The Last Airbender.
Okay.
So they're gonna remake it.
Seriously, guys? Seriously?
What's your standpoint on that? Let it go?
Yeah, but you let it. Let it go because you're not gonna have a little skinny boy beating up a bunch of grown adults. It ain't gonna happen.
What's up? Where's your
I just think
standpoint?
that if they do this, they gotta do it justice. Okay, it has to be great.
And you don't know about the cartoon much, right? See, a lot of people might not be into cartoons, but this specific cartoon made by Nickelodeon originally has one of the most riveting stories in all entertainment, in my opinion. But it's very critically acclaimed by many people, like in all different cultures, all different. And it's a great show. I'm not gonna say anything about it. You go watch it.
Yes.
If you don't like the first couple episodes, leave it alone. But I know most people, adults, might not be into cartoons, but it's really more of a deeper story. And if you're not really into cartoons, look at it as an art form. And maybe
Story.
You'll find something in it that you might find yourself into other shows that you might not like cartoons and stuff.
I'm just gonna.
What is it?
I'm not done. I'm not done with this. I'm a little bit emotional about this, right? Because this was one of my favorites. Airbenders, basically what they control the water, they control fire, they control stone. What else they got?
Water, fire, air, and earth.
And earth, right? So, first off, the concept is amazing. Nickelodeon, thank you for everything you've done. I think it's time. And I'm not trying to give Disney all this credit, but I think Disney will do this thing the justice it needs. So I could be like...
So you don't think Netflix has been carrying its own weight for the past couple of years?
They kept it alive. I appreciate that. I just feel that, and Wolverine, I hear about you, bro. You coming back? I hear Wolverine, the original Wolverine is exactly what they need. And all due respect to whomever as an actor, but they need the original. Yeah, they need the original guy to come back. Let's face it now.
So Spider-Man is actually back in the MCU now. I don't know if anyone's heard, but Disney and Sony's deal kind of soured for a little bit. So do you think it's a scary thing that Disney's buying all these corporations and kind of like it's like monopoly? Yeah. Do you think if they own everything, it's gonna be no competition? That's gonna be the only entertainment we get.
I mean, get your game up, guys. Listen.
Yeah.
Hire the people that make these. Come on, BK.
Who do you like the most? Like right now, who do you think's on top?
Like out of
Like Disney. Disney or like was it AMC, HBO,
Netflix.
Oh,
Netflix?
Netflix probably.
Probably Netflix, right?
Oh, Netflix.
I think Netflix right now is on top still. I heard like things about Netflix, but we can say that for a whole nother day.
Well, I just want to say, for now, and I could be wrong, I'm going to watch the movie anyway. What I've seen wasn't good, but I'm just going to have to say let it go.
You with it?
Okay.
Let's go or let it go.
I'm gonna say let's go because I hope it's good,
Right.
and I think it'll actually make people want to watch maybe the cartoon as well.
I'm gonna do more research.
You gotta do more research. I get that. I'm gonna go with let's go, only because up to this point, when Netflix has the budget, they've done well for the most part.
And they got the budget now. I don't
So
know.
we'll see. Well, the project alone, they've been doing good things and they've been letting people have their freedom. As you can see, with all these comedians keep coming out with some totally opposite of what you would call appropriate for our society norms. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's her name?
But yeah, I'm definitely let's go. Bill Burr, you know.
The Chinese woman.
Oh.
The pregnant one.
Oh yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, she's hilarious, and she says things that's total
Crazy.
opposite of politically correct. But I'm with it. I like that stuff. But yeah, I think about to wrap.
By the way, before we wrap up, that Pokemon movie.
You watched
Oh, Pikachu.
what Detective Pikachu?
Yeah, it was good.
Nah, I fuck with the fuck. Yo, shout outs to Ryan. Yo, Ryan Reynolds. He got crazy.
Oh my God, really?
I liked it.
I gotta see it still.
I mean, the smoke
haven't seen
going
it.
out the window. And
Nah. Shout out to Ryan Reynolds.
All right, hey guys, enjoy that movie if you can. I don't think it's possible. All right, I'm gonna give that a diaper award. Sorry.
Oh, okay. It's like
We're gonna
that.
wrap up, guys. Thank you for watching David Talks. We'll see you again. Much love.